Hi guys, good afternoon, 2nd of August 2019. It's close to end of the European session for this week. It's 6:30 p.m. CET, 5:30 p.m. London. We are about to make short CryptoMarketFlow update. Just a friendly reminder, CryptoMarketFlow is a part of Land of Trading Group. What we are going to talk about is Tron versus US dollar, as we are approaching here very significant support. But before we start, risk warning guys, as usual, please bear in mind, trading crypto on margin carries a high level of risk. May not be suitable for all investors. You can sustain a loss of some or all initial investments, so please do not invest the money that you cannot afford to lose. Seek education, gain experience before risking real money. However, past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Okay, so what is all about with this Tron? Well, that's the weekly chart, and we have to get back to the failure around 4 cents, right? Something we've seen in the mid of 2018 as well, right? July, August. So we were there and bulls failed. Now we saw huge sell-off. There are few probably good explanations. First, of course, all alts are bleeding because of the strong Bitcoin recovery, but also internal Tron problems with Justin Sun, all of these uncertainties, delayed lunch with Warren Buffett, etc., etc., etc. But overall, you know that I'm big supporter, so hopefully everything is going to end up with the happy end, all right? But we need some positive signs very, very soon, and they have to be like the killers, right? Positive killer surprises. Can we get something like this? Of course we can. That's the very, very possible, and there is no doubt in that. Going back to the chart, guys, as you can see, 2 weeks ago there was a huge spike down, retest of the 2 cents with the very strong recovery. The only problem is that last week we haven't seen continuation of that recovery. What happened? We hit 3 cents, right? And those 3 cents been rejected based on the range we've seen 4 weeks ago. Okay, so right now the top, right now where the supply is visible, that's the 3 cents when we are talking about the Tron versus US dollar. So we know the upside, right? Now let's have a look what we have to the downside. Why we saw this strong bounce from the 2 cents? Yeah, we are not gonna to discover America. That's what we have here. Strong support, right? That was some kind of consolidation. That was the bottom of that consolidation from where we went higher. So that's the very significant level. But taking into the consideration that all markets, right? I'm talking right now about all markets. I'm talking about the FX. I'm talking about the indices, shares, commodities, etc. Of course, they are strongly manipulated. And because crypto are quite young market, it's even easier to manipulate that market. So what I mean by that, I think that we are going to see stop hunt, right? I think that we are going to see push to the downside to try to clean the market from weak hands, right? Now, one can argue, Piotr, but you mentioned 2 cents is very important. What below? Below, we have two not that visible, but from my perspective, very important levels, especially that they are on a weekly chart as well. So Piotr, what you are talking about in that case? I'm talking about 1 cent 0.8. That's the 2 cents we were talking about. And now what I'm talking about, just weekly chart, blue color, right? I'm talking about the 10% lower, right? And here it might be this over under in play, right? So it's a below 2 cents, it's a 1 cent 0.8, 1 cent 0.8, right? And then probably even more significant is going to be 1 cent and a half, all right? And it's very close, and it's here, and I'm talking of course about this consolidation and this breakout candle, right? Of course, the best thing would be to see the spike and the lower shadow, something similar to what we've seen two weeks ago, all right? As of now, we are approaching end of the week. Doesn't look great. That doesn't look great right now, but still above 2 cents. Guys, we are still above 2 cents. I do expect stop hunt, but still at some point holding 2 cents with creating lower shadow similar to what we've seen 2 weeks ago. So let's switch lower. Let's switch to the daily chart. Let's have a look if we have something logical on the daily chart in relation to the weekly chart. If we have some, you know, levels confirmed our discussion on the weekly chart. The only one thing I would like to point out here, trying to navigate, trying to check, I would like to make the measure of the previous wave down, right? And I would like to make it as an equal wave, right? So let's get back for a second to the discussion from the 1 minute ago. We are talking about the 1.8, 1 cent 0.8, and then something around 1.5, right? 1 cent and a half. And look, if we are about to make this equal move, okay, and if we are going to place significant line, it's around 1.6 or below, right? So it's close to 1.5. So in that case, guys, right, I'm not gonna wait around 1.8, 1 cent 0.8. I'm looking for the big buying opportunity, okay, around 1.5 cent. What I would like to see, the best thing would be to have a spike to the downside, and for example, again on a weekly chart, creating lower shadow but closing the week around 2 cents or higher. That would be confirmation of the stop hunt to the downside. So overall, I'm looking to buy around 1.5 cents, and I'm going to target 3 cents. So overall, at least make your math, you know what I'm targeting, right? At least 1x. Guys, it was my pleasure. Of course, I'm going to about crypto market over the weekend. Hopefully there are gonna be more positive signs, and of course the positive sign is Bitcoin back above 10,200. Okay, so maybe we are going to discuss Bitcoin tomorrow. Anyway, have a great rest of the Friday and see you tomorrow again. Goodbye, guys.